And I'd love to just kind of figure out how you got to the place that you became this like social media influencer trainer, but not just for people, which I mean, you've coached a lot of people, but for like big name brands like the Four Seasons, the Ritz Carlton, the Viceroy, like big organizations that you're working with, coaching, teaching. Tell us about that and how you got there and what that business has become today.
Yeah, so I mean, just the backstory, the same kid who got me into dancing got me into Instagram. And so when I hurt my back in India 2016 and I was rushed to the hospital and the doctor came in and was like, I don't think you're going to be able to dance anymore. I was like, dang, okay, so what do I do now? I didn't have a plan B at that time because I thought I was invincible. I thought I was Superman. And so when I heard that news, everything came crashing down and I was crushed and I was depressed and I didn't know what to do. So the same guy who I went to high school with was like, Zach, listen, you got to get on Instagram, like social media, like it's amazing. We're growing accounts, thousands of followers a day. This was like 2015, 16. And I just went in and I bought like a 400,000 follower account in the comedy niche meme space. So we started growing comedians, like even, they don't even know it, but we're growing like famous people like Dave Chappelle and like all these guys, right? And so then we rinsed and repeated the process, and then I started buying more assets, more accounts in different spaces like the travel niche and luxury and fashion and beauty and motivation. And collectively now we have a network of over 200 million followers. And so we're working with these really big brands, like all those names that you mentioned, a lot of luxury, hotel, a lot of hospitality groups, a lot of individuals as well, just, like that are pretty famous thought leaders and helping them grow bigger on social media. So that's really what we do is we help individuals and brands grow bigger online and help them get seen, known, and heard everywhere, like online through our social media networks. So we create them content. We help that content go viral with our network. We get an army of influencers and affiliates to promote their products and services, which makes them money. And so really with great content comes more growth, and with really like an army of people singing, shouting your praises comes more money. So that's what we're doing.
I love it. And by the way, you've been able to like kind of even hack it further. So like you've helped people, grow their influence, grow their network, grow their following, but you've also for your own personal life in working with these, larger travel groups and boutique, uh, let's call them some are bigger hospitality groups, some are boutique hospitality groups. I mean, you've been pampered. Like you found some hacks to travel for very inexpensive prices, but at like top-notch places, right? Resorts all across the world.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. It's a pretty cool hack, and some of these overwater villas, like 4 bedroom overwater villas with a super slide in the Maldives. Like I slide down the slide, like pull out my phone, take a selfie, like, yo, this is how I wake up in the morning, slide down the super slide into the water. And I mean, this hotel like has a retractable roof, so with the press of a button, you like the whole roof opens up. You can see the sky. Like at night, a telescope pops down. You can see the stars. This place is like around 40 to $50,000 USD a night in the peak season. So, you know, they became my client in 2018. But before I had all these followers and this big network, like I I had to figure out a way to get my foot in the door. And so essentially what I did back then, the early days, 2015, 16, was I made a list of accounts. So I'd reach out to these big accounts and I'd be like, hey, like, you know, I love your content. I love your page. How much do you charge for a shout out? Like a promotion on your page. And a lot of these accounts with millions of followers were ran by kids, teenagers, 15, 16, 17 years old. And so they were quoting me very good prices, like, hey, $50 for a promo, $100 for a shout out on my page. And basically what I did is I tap rooted into their network, and I leveraged their pages and their following. So then I approached these different hotels, and I'm like, hey, I'm Zach. I'm a social media influencer with a network of 5 million followers. These are our accounts. So I had my account, and then I had all these other accounts that became my friends and into my network. And I essentially what I did was I just posted my content that I created at these really nice resorts on their pages for the fraction of a price. And that's what kind of got my foot in the door. And then boom, like they started bringing me back. They liked the results, started hiring in my company and using our services. And that's what really helped us take off. It was just giving for free, like creating a win-win, helping them in these pages get what they want to be paid for, and then helping these hotels get more reach, get more exposure.